In this presentation, we are going to learn about electron microscope. Before going to learn about electron microscope, we should know about optical microscope. These optical microscopes are widely used in biology lab to see the very microscopic things. But the magnification of the optical microscope is very less. In this picture, one optical microscope is shown here. The magnification of this optical microscope is around 10. That is, it is able to magnify 10 times of the object. The image size will be 10 times of the object. So the magnification is very less in the case of optical microscope. So in the case of optical microscope, the lenses are made up of glass. So in this slide, you are able to observe the photo of the electron microscope. Here nearby, the magnified image of the bacteria, that is, the bacteria is magnified by 80,000 times, and that photograph of the bacteria is shown here. Here the electrons, they are focused with the help of electromagnetic lenses. The shape of and structure of the electromagnetic lenses is also shown in the photo. These two images are taken with the help of electron microscope. One is about common housefly. It is being magnified by several times by electron microscope. The another one is the needle and thread. Both are magnified by several times by electron microscope. In this presentation, we are going to see the construction and working of electron microscope. The electron microscope, this is given in the 8th chapter, dual nature of matter and radiation. Here, this is the direct application of the wave nature of particles. One of the important appliance in the field of scientific research. In most of the research laboratories, you could see the electron microscope. By using this electron microscope, we are able to magnify the very tiny organisms like bacteria and virus and other organisms. Mainly it is used in the field of industries and also in the field of biology. Are you clear? Here the wave nature of the electron is used in the construction of the electron microscope. That is the principle of the electron microscope. Here the resolving power and magnification power of the electron microscope is too high. Are you clear? It is able to distinct the all details of the tiny objects. That's why it is said that resolving power is very high. And the resolving power of the electron microscope, that is inversely proportional to the wavelength of the radiation. Wavelength of the radiation which is used here. If the wavelength is very less, the resolving power will be very high. Here the electrons are used, very highly energetic electrons are used as the radiation. Therefore, the wavelength of the electrons must be very, very low to get the higher value of resolving power. Here the magnification is also very high. Are you clear? So that's why the electrons, to fast moving electrons, their wavelength must be very, very low. So very low wavelength electrons must be used in the case of which one? The electron microscope. Louis de Broglie wavelength of electron is very much less than the visible light. Are you clear? When compared to the wavelength of the visible light, the wavelength of the electrons must be very low. Only then the magnification, resolving power, everything will be very high. In the case of optical microscope means compound microscope. We are using light as a source of the microscope to visualize the small tiny organisms or any other small tiny things. In the case of compound microscope, we are using light. In the case of optical microscope like compound microscope, there the magnification as well as the resolving power is very low. So to improve to get higher magnification and to get the higher resolving power, which one is used? Electron microscopes are used. So, the electron microscope and its magnification will be more than 2 lakhs times of the common ordinary microscopes. Are you clear? So, the magnification of the electron microscopes will be how many times? 2 lakhs times compared to the ordinary optical microscopes. Now, we are going to see the construction and working of the which one? Electron microscope. Here, the working nature of electron microscope as well as optical microscopes almost both are similar, but in the case of ordinary microscope, optical microscope, glasses are used as lenses. Are you clear? To converge or to diverge the lenses, glass lenses are used, but here it is not so. Instead of using the glass lenses, here these lenses, they are all made up of electromagnetic lenses, because they are able to converge or diverge the electron beams, because electrons, when they are allowed to pass through the magnetic field, what will happen? They are able to be diverged or they are able to be converged with the help of the electromagnetic lenses. Are you clear? So, by adjusting suitable electric and magnetic field, the electron beam either they can be converged or it can be diverged. Such kind of lenses they are called as electromagnetic lenses. Here 3 lenses are used. The first name of the lens is called condenser lens. The next electromagnetic lens is objective lens. The third one is called projector lens. So, 3 lenses are used. All the 3 lenses are nothing but electromagnetic lenses. Their focal length they can be adjusted by adjusting the current which is passing through the coil of the electromagnetic lenses. Are you clear? Now, this is the source of electron. One filament is there. That filament that gets heated with the help of low tension battery. So, here only the electrons are generated due to thermionic emission, and one more cathode is there. The electrons which are generated in the tungsten filament, again they are made to incident on the plate. So, this is the kind of cathode called indirectly heated type cathode. Again the cathode gets heated and electrons are produced from the cathode. These electrons, basically they are diverged, clear, and then the divergent electron they are made to focus on the object. So, this is the object that should be placed within the colloidal solution. So, the electrons they are converged and they are made to incident on the object to be magnified. If it is directly exposed to the electron beam, the object may be completely damaged, may be evaporated. So, that should be kept within the colloidal solution. So, with the help of condenser lens, the electron beam is made to incident on the object to be magnified. Again, here in between the cathode and anode, very high voltage must be given. Only then the electron is able to travel in this path. It is able to travel right from cathode up to anode. So, the the journey of the electron right from the cathode up to anode, that is only because of the acceleration which is given to the electron. That acceleration is provided, that electrons are accelerated with the help of the high voltage source. So, high potential difference must be applied in between cathode and anode. In the textbook you can't see the description about anode and cathode, that's why I have drawn the diagram here. Are you clear? So, again what happens with the help of objective lens, again what happens, the electron beam is further diverged, and then this kind of electron microscope they are called as transmission type electron microscope, because the electron beam they are able to pierce through the object and it is transmitted through the object. So, again the electron beam is diverged and that one will create another kind of image called intermediate image. This is also magnified one, but the magnification which is created may not be sufficient. Therefore, one more lens must be used, that is called projector lens. With the help of projector lens, still further magnification is produced, and this part of the object, this part of the image alone can be magnified. So, the further magnified image that can be caught on the photographic plate or on the fluorescent screen. In the case of electron microscope, the final image that can be directly seen on the computer monitor or that can be directly caught on the photographic plate. So, that job is done by projector lens. So, condenser lens, it is used to diverge which one, the electron beam, finally it is made to incident on the object, and the transmitted electron, they are further diverged with the help of another one intermediate image is caught. For that purpose this objective lens is used, and one more electromagnetic lens, that one gives the further details about the image, and it is further magnified and it is projected on the photographic plate or on the fluorescent screen. Are you clear? So, there are 3 stages and 3 electromagnetic lenses are used. By adjusting the focal length of all the 3 electromagnetic lenses, we are able to magnify the small tiny objects like or organisms like virus, bacteria or any other small tiny things can be magnified. Nowadays is clear, we are all very much known about the coronavirus now, and how it is modified, how it takes a new shape, all those things clear are discovered and found out only with the help of which kind of microscope, the electron microscope. So, electron is the main important thing. Are you clear? Their wavelength is reduced with the help of our prior concept already I have taught. Clear, by applying appropriate potential difference, the wavelength of the electron can be increased or decreased. So, the wave nature of electron is mainly used clear in the function of the working of electron microscope. So, its magnification is too high, it is around 2 lakhs times. Are you clear? Such a wonderful device mainly used in all research labs. Okay. Thank you.